Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, coming to you with another reaction video upload. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. All of you guys' support is greatly and truly appreciated. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload and so that you help me and my channel get in and remain in the YouTube algorithm. Liking the video does the same. So I would greatly and truly appreciate all you guys' support. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Be sure to leave your comments down below in the comment section as well as share the video. Thank you again for all of you guys' continuous support. Now you guys, it's that time for us to get into another reaction video upload. Let's get into the video. Next on the docket, on the next episode of Beyond the Gates, Season 1, Episode 49. So we start this episode off where we left off on the last episode, on episode 48. And my apologies, y'all, on episode 48, I did have to cut out a part. I had to edit the video, and I didn't go back in there and let y'all know. Now, I did, if you watch the video instead of just listening to it, then you would have saw that I put a little note on there and said that I had to cut out part of it because of the copyright. Yeah, y'all, I tried to sneak some in there. I recorded a little bit of the show. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was like a minute and 30 seconds. Baby, YouTube said, no, 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 not on our watch. So I had to cut that out of the video. So it was the part where Ted and Eva was having their conversation, and she admitted to all of her wrong, and she apologized, and she said that it was her mom and this and that there and the other, and he said that he wasn't going to turn his back on her. He said he was going to get her a room at the hotel for that night, and then he was going to end up getting her apartment. And she was like, "You'll do that for me? I thought you would have just wrote me a check and told me to go on." And he was like, "No, I wouldn't do that." He said, "Unless you don't want to stay over here." And she was like, "No, I would love to," or whatever. So I got teary-eyed and all choked up about that. So I recorded that little part for y'all, and they said no, so I had to take it out. But anyway, so on this episode, they at Opera Jeans. That's the little pub I could never get the outside of. But now, since I have the app, I have the streaming service, I can pause it and hurry up and snip the picture, honey. Well, y'all not have to rewind it and pause it because baby, they be going fast, okay? Sure. So then we go here with why is damn, why I forgot her name because I done started laughing. What's her name? Joan? God damn it. Damn, her name literally just, I've been having her name in my head. June, that's her name, June. June, June is funny as hell, y'all. Baby, June, look how June look. She be giving them the business, baby. She looking at Naomi because Naomi over there on the phone trying to find her somewhere to stay. She said she ain't going to no shelter. She don't want to stay in no shelter, and she don't understand why they trying to make her go to a shelter, whatever, baby. So Naomi was like, "Well, I'm your attorney. You need to listen to whatever." She was like, "If you my attorney, I thought I supposed to tell you what to do, baby." June is a trip. So they were sitting down, and uh, uh Jacob said, "I think you need to use that Dupree power like that." And then Joan was like, "No, I don't want nobody pulling those strings or whatever to try to get nothing from me." She was like, "I don't want to be where y'all trying to send me no way." She said, "I should have a say so." So she said, Naomi said, "We just trying to protect you and make sure you don't get in any trouble while, I represent you or whatever, right?" So, hold on, I need some water. So she ended up contacting Martin, and Martin ended up being able to get her a room at the hotel. Turned out to be the same hotel that his dad is staying at that he didn't know about, but we're gonna get into that. So she told June that, we got you a hotel, we're gonna put you at the hotel. So Jacob left to go take her to the hotel. So then we out here, we go to the Dupree mansion. And Nicole is still there with her parents. She's talking to her parents. Her dad is just coming back because his Anita gave him the signal to leave a while back so she could, spend some time with Nicole by herself. So he brought the coffee in. Nobody wanted coffee, even him. And he admitted, he just left so they could have some mama-daughter time. So then Anita left, and then it was just Vernon and Nicole, so they could just have a father-daughter time and discuss, everything that was going on with the divorce. I mean, not the divorce, but the cheating scandal. So we go back here to Bill's resident, the Hamilton house, and she giving him the business. She pissed off because she was like, we was married then. Why didn't you tell me? He was like, well, I was trying to help him out. He was like, both of us coming into the Dupree family, we had to stick together or whatever. So she was like, how I know other things that you didn't do? He said, or that you did or whatever, or didn't do behind my back. And he was like, when I came into this family, came into this relationship, well, first, she started saying how her family made him. If it wasn't for her family, he wouldn't have that law firm. He'll be doing something, she said, something about some EMT, something. I don't know what she said. But she pretty much let him know, you wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for me and my family. And he was like, yeah. He said, and when I came into the family, I knew my role like that. He said, I came in knowing... Hold on, I made some notes. Hold on. Let me see what my notes said, honey. Child. Dang, man, come on, phone. Uh, because Danny had asked him what other skeletons are gonna jump out, that that she didn't know about, and so he said that he knew his role, and he said that he knew what his role was in the Dupree family was to get his hands dirty so that the Duprees wouldn't have to. And he told Danny that she got a problem with that. She need to take it up with the real villains, which is her mama and her dad. And she was like, what? She was flabbergasted, baby. He was like, yeah, your parents is the one that's like that. I think this was outside of Bill's house right here. So she was like, no, it's you and this and that there. So they was having a little argument or whatever about him not telling her again, and him again saying that her family ain't hands ain't squeaky clean or whatever. They got him to do their dirty work, so that's what he knew his role. You know what I'm saying? He played his role. So then he said something about they got all types of skeletons or something like that in their closet. And then we go here. I was like, oh Lord, he talking about Martin. And of course he was. So Martin and Smitty, they sit down, they talking. And then Martin end up getting mad at Smitty because he found out, while they talking, that Smitty knew that his dad was staying at the hotel, or which hotel he was staying at. And he was like, well, why you didn't tell me? He was like, oh, because when I was talking to your granddad, Vernon, he didn't think it was a good idea. He said, what? So you think my granddad think that I'm going to hurt my father, and you think that I'm going to hurt my father? And Smitty was like, Norton, no, it was nothing like that. We just wanted to, let you give him some time and you have your time or whatever. So Martin ended up getting pissed off, baby. That's them holding the conversation. He got pissed off. He didn't like it. Go back here, they having the same conversation. She going in, telling him about himself or whatever. We already discussed them talking. We ain't got to rehash everything. Y'all heard it. They just, going over it. So then Kat come in and she hears their conversation. So she hear that, Smitty didn't tell Martin about where their daddy was staying. So she also hears where their daddy is staying, which is at the hotel. So we go back here. I think this is when he was getting ready to leave and take her, because y'all know I take multiple screenshots, but we've already discussed this. So he took her to the hotel. So Andre shows up. Andre shows up at the hotel to talk to Ted or whatever. He was like, oh, well, at least everybody haven't turned their backs on me or whatever. Eva came and talked to him too, so hey. But he came and he was like, never uncle or whatever. They was talking, and he was just like, he wished things could go, different than what they did or whatever. But, he understand or whatever. He didn't at first. Remember when he was mad at his uncle, but they talked about it. So his uncle was like, "Can you help me get my wife back?" And he was like, "I'll try, but I don't think she gonna listen to me." So then we go here, and Smitty was, pretty much asking his sister-in-law, you think your brother's gonna be too mad at me? She was like, no, he'll be all right. He'll get over it. She was like, you're the better person anyway. She said, if something ever happened to y'all, we'll pick you over him, even with a divorce. I was like, she is a trip. So she was like, Smitty is a great husband. She said, to be honest, she feel like her brother Martin don't even deserve Smitty. I said the same thing, child. So we go here, they still fussing, and Danny getting ready to leave. Baby, he told Danny, don't let the door hit you. I said, oh, not don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. He didn't say that part, but he just said, don't let the door hit you when she was leaving out. So she was like, I didn't know what type of monster that I married. She said that he had no type of emotions or nothing like that. He was just heartless and he was just a cruel person. And she never knew that, he was that type of person, that he was that man or whatever. Baby, I said, child. And Kat said that she doesn't think that Martin would hurt her dad, so she don't know why her granddad was saying it. But y'all know we been seeing him have these flashbacks. This ninja got some type of anger problems. He got something going on with him, and his granddad them know. You know what I'm saying? So baby, So Danny leaving, she pissed off at him. He told her again, don't let the door hit you. And then he's standing there looking all sad and he mad and he about to have him a drink as she leaving. So remember on the last episode how I said that how Haley could have just left, be grown up and leave out of there, let them have their conversation. How she did with Ted and Danny. That's the one who she shouldn't have been running out to let them have a conversation, but she did. So she did exactly what I said she should have did with Ted and Bill, where I said she should have just been around the corner eavesdropping. That's what she did on their conversation. So look, when he got his drink because he's sad and stuff, look at her. She gonna try to say they were just talking loud. Girl, no, you was ear hustling. And that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Because I would have been ear hustling too. That's how you supposed to do when Ted was there. Not all that other extra stuff you was doing. So they had a little conversation. So she was like, so now are we finally done with the Duprees? And he was like, well, he can't be done with his daughters. She said, well, outside of Naomi and Chelsea, are we done? Or are they out of our life? And he made a joke like, I think so. Then he was like, no, yeah, or whatever. So, child, they had that conversation. So we go back here. They having the same conversation or whatever. She telling him that, he's a good husband to Martin or whatever. So, don't let Martin get to him. You know what I'm saying? So she said she ended up getting a phone call. And it was a phone call or a text, something going on with a little company or whatever. So she had to go meet somebody or handle some business right quick. And remember, her and Tomaz supposed to be meeting up. So Tomaz got there right when she was leaving. She was like, I'm so sorry. I have to go. I have to take care of this business. She said, but I'll be right back. She said, get us a table. So I'm like, see, Tomaz be doing too much, honey. Tomaz just don't care, honey. She literally just told him, I'll be right back. So he knows she coming back on the other parts or whatever from, the other, not skits. I be doing country rain. I'm so used to saying skits. On the other episodes, I've mentioned where he was talking to this person we finna get to, like, Cat can come around at any time, but he didn't care. He know Cat can come around. He know Cat done seen him talking to her, and he still keep doing it, right? So remember, Cat had asked him, please stay away from Eva. Promise me you will. So he never did give her an answer. He didn't have a chance to. So there she is leaving, right there. She leaving out that door. And he going to get them a table. And next thing you know, Eva come in the back door. I was like, what the hell is them pants that she got on? Child, that look a whole mess. Now, from the top up, she cute. But the bottom down, I was like, girl, them jeans is ugly. And I don't like the way they fit. But anyway, that's her style. She like it. I love it, honey. Not really. I'm not. So she come in. She sat down at her table by herself and Tomaz at his table. So Danny just went to her dad and her mom's house, and she on the phone with Naomi. And she told Naomi that she went over there and she let Bill have it or whatever. And Naomi was like, I don't think that was a good idea. You need to leave that alone and stay out of it. She was like, but I was married to him and he did this during our marriage or whatever. And she was like, that's all right. She said, let me handle him. You stay out of it. So she was like, okay, that's them on the phone together. Naomi looked different. I don't know if it's just that hair, that wig she got on, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking that wig on her like that. But anyway, so next thing you know, Ashley and her boyfriend, oh, I can't stand him. They show up and she was like, was we scheduled to meet up today? And she was like, no, but we both was off at the same time, so we figured we'll come here. We figured y'all would be here or whatever. So I don't know how they determine which one they gonna be at, because sometimes they be at the other place. But they end up showing up. They were like, where's Jacob? She was like, oh, he went to go take one of my clients to the hotel or whatever. So he came in, he sat down, he greeted them because he came like right on in. And so they was being nosy, especially Nicole. People be nosy as hell. I guess I'm just different because I don't like that. And people do that all the time. I see them or hear them do that, or they'll try to do me like that. And I be like, what? Mind your business. And they be like, well, I was just asking. I don't know. Like, I don't like for somebody to ask me how much I paid for something or whatever. Now, if you want to get something, if I got something that you like and you think it's cute or whatever, that's fine. Ask me where I got it from. I'll tell you. And even if you don't ask me, if you like, oh, that's cute, I want something like that, I tell people where I got it from. It ain't no secret. I ain't trying to hide it from. But when people be asking me how much I paid for something, I don't like that. I had somebody ask me before, well, how much you pay for your rent, or how much you pay for your car note? Damn, why do you need to know? Like, I don't understand why people feel like they can just ask the next person anything. Like, I don't care how close we are or whatever. If you're not paying my bills, you don't, and if you was paying the bills, you would already know how much I pay. So if you not paying my bills, why are you worried about how much I pay? And the person's on talking about, why you be snapping on people like that? I don't be snapping on people. I snap on people who need to be snapped on. I said, why are you in my business? She was like, well, I was just looking for somewhere to stay. Okay, well, say you looking for somewhere to stay, and just because what I pay don't mean that that's what you want to pay. You can pay more, you can pay less. Just say you looking for something, you know what I'm saying? Find you somewhere to stay or whatever. Or if you know anybody, can you help me find somewhere for me to stay? Don't be off in my bed. But I don't think that was her reason for asking. She was just trying to sugarcoat it. And some people would try you if they'll try you if they to see if you're gonna answer them or whatever. Like, that's none of your damn business. Don't worry about how much I pay on anything. I don't care if I went and bought a toothbrush. Don't ask me how much I fucking pay. I'm sorry. Don't ask me how much I paid for it. Ask me, oh, that's cute. Where you get that from or whatever? Even if you just tell me it's cute and you like it, I'm gonna tell you where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might even offer the price, but my personal business or whatever, like my rent and my car note, like, girl, that's none of your business. You a hater. Get on and step away from me. I don't need nothing to do with you, because why you worried about my business? But anyway, back to the story. So Jacob was telling Naomi that he took June there, but she really wasn't want to stay there. And then Ashley knows itself, June, who is June? Like, damn, get them a minute, girl. What if they didn't want you all in that business? And then I thought Naomi say she don't discuss client information with her friends and stuff. So she should have just told her it's a client or whatever, and that's it. Or she could have just said, I can't discuss that, or mind your business. Because I'm the type of person, because I don't like why do people feel like they can just up and ask you stuff that you ain't even invited them in the conversation on? Like, mind your damn business. Oh my God, that is so annoying. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, because I don't get in people's business like that. So I don't understand why people feel the need to get in other people's business. And it's not just me. I see people, like I said, do it all the time. That is a pet peeve, because I be like, ain't no way. Like, mind your business. Stop being nosy so you just try to find something to talk about to somebody else. Like, child, please. But anyway, they ended up telling her, I wouldn't have told her nothing because it wasn't none of her business. Mind your business. So we go back to Ted and Andre. We already said what they was talking about. He want him to help him get his wife back. That ain't why he came over there. He came over there, to, comfort his uncle and make sure his uncle was okay, which is cool. But since they was talking, Ted brought it up. So next thing you know, he left. Somebody else come knock at the door, and it's Martin. My child, I was like, it about to be some smoke in the city, honey. So we go back to the pub, and Smith is there, and he looking at something. The next thing you know, he get a text message. So he pull up his phone, and then he ended up leaving. Oh, he was paying the bill. So then he ended up leaving. I'm like, who was that? I'm curious. So we go back to even them at the same pub. Eva sitting there. She seen Tomaz when she first came in, but she didn't go over there and talk to him. She, stayed away because she know how Cat is or whatever. She stayed away. Tomaz seen her. I knew he was gonna go over there because he can't stay away from Eva. He always, excuse me, I have to drink me some water. He always want to have a conversation with Eva, see how Eva's doing or whatever. So he saw Eva over there, and then he get up and he walks over there, and he asked Eva, can she sit down? And she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. And she was like, you sure you want to sit here? Because I really don't need no company. So he was like, well, he said, if you don't mind, he said, I'm persistent. He said, but unless you tell me no, he was like, do you mind if I sat down? So she was just like, whatever. So he sat down anyway. He literally pushed himself over there to go and talk to her because she wasn't trying to talk to him or whatever. So he sat down. He said, I didn't know you was that type of malicious person. She was like, wow, that's her facial expression now. She was like, now I know people say stuff or whatever, but ain't nobody came to my face and said some stuff. So she said, you did all that to come over here to be mean. He was like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying I never thought that. He said the Eva I know wouldn't do this or whatever. So she started talking to him. She started breaking down. Then she was like, she don't want to have this conversation here because she don't want to do this here. She don't want to break down and be crying or whatever in front of all these people or whatever. So we go here, and he hightailed it over there to Nicole to help his uncle get Nicole back. That's Andre. You probably can't see him. So they talking or whatever, and he was like, I know that he love you or whatever. And when when he told me, and she was like, wait, what? You knew? I'm like, damn, Andre, shut up. You telling on yourself. She was like, you knew like that. So first she was mad, but then she, calmed down. She was like, it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he should have told him. I wish once he already told her, I wish that he would have told her that he tried to talk Ted out of well, he did talk Ted out of telling her because Ted wanted to tell her. So I wish he would have went ahead and told her that, but he didn't. They ended up, talking or whatever, and then their conversation got interrupted by, okay, well, it ain't came to them yet. So we go here back to the little diner where they at, and he get a phone call, and I guess it's it was the hotel. So he was like, what? Come to find out, June left the hotel. He ain't been gone 5 minutes. She already gone. She was like, what? Like that. So he was like, yeah, I need to go find her or whatever. So he asked Derek to go with him. So they left to go find her. So they gone. Then it's just these two here. They did have a conversation, but I can't remember what they was talking about. Then we go back here to Smitty talking to his daddy. He pissed off at his dad still going off. He was like, now my name is Martin. I was named after Dr. Martin Luther King, but I looked up to you. You was my role model, this and that, there, and the other. He was like, the other kids at school couldn't stand their fathers and this and that, there. And I thought I had the best father. I was lifting you up or whatever, all for it to be a lie like that. So he was like, son, don't do that. He was like, it's not like that or whatever. He was like, yeah, it is like that. So they had a moment or whatever, and Ted tried to reach out to him. Not Smitty. Martin stood back like, don't touch me, ninja. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, please don't do it. Because I don't need him to push you down no more. Because, baby, the other night, baby, he went to flying. I said, God damn, Martin. So then we go here. Who was Ted on the phone with? Who was Bill on the phone with? I don't even remember. He called somebody because I did these screenshots not too long ago when I was watching it, but I had to put my phone on the charger. It's still not charged enough, but I was like, let me go on and try to react or whatever. So I don't remember everything. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be watching it again though. Oh, so I don't know who he called, but he also looked at his little, we can't see it. He had a little pad thing in the hand, so I guess he seen Smitty at the door, so he opened the door. So mind y'all, I was like, who is that texting Smitty? Child, it was Bill. So Smitty come over there, and I'm like, child, what the hell does Bill want with Smitty? So we go here. Danny tell her parents how she went over to be a house and went off on him and this and that, there and the other. And they were like, Danny, leave it alone. We don't think it's a good idea. Stay out of that. So Nicole fussing at him for knowing, but she still said it's not your fault or whatever. He was like, I do know that my uncle love you. Yes, he made a mistake and he's very sorry. Like he is really hurt from this as well. He said, I understand you hurt, but he didn't want this. And he ever since it happened, he been doing everything in his power to make things right with y'all or whatever. He just didn't want to tell you. He didn't want to bring up some old stuff or whatever. He said, and he didn't know about Eva or whatever, so he let her know. So next thing you know, this Vanessa came in. She interrupted their conversation. So Andre ended up leaving so she could talk to Vanessa. So we go back here, and she just started. Eva's telling Tomaz, just talking to him about everything and how she wished that she could have stopped it or whatever before it got to that point. Like she said that, she based the same thing we've been knowing and discussing and y'all seen it, so it don't make no sense to keep saying the same thing over and over. But she was getting upset about it or whatever. So she was like, I'm gonna leave. I can't do this here. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm here for you. You could talk to me. He stopped her for leaving. So he got up and came over there to his table, forced himself to sit down at her table because she wasn't welcoming him. Then she tried to leave. He stopped her from leaving, doing all this knowing that Kat is on her way back. Child. So he convinced Eva to sit down or whatever. Eva started breaking down or whatever. And then we go back to Smitty. So Smitty is still at Bill house. So he was like, what do you want? He was like, I heard that you went back into investigating journalists. He was like, we need to be friends. It's important for us to have each other in our corners and stuff like that. He was like, I don't need nothing from you. This and that, there and the other. And Bill was like, well, I think you do. He was like, and you need to remind your husband that he need me too. You need to remind your husband that it's in his best interest that we remain cool. And I'm like, what? So now he letting Smitty know that it's some stuff going down between Martin and him that didn't happen. So Smitty gonna end up putting two and two together with these dreams and with Vernon scared that he gonna do something, that Martin gonna do something to his daddy, and then Bill coming telling him all this shit. Y'all, I'm sorry. I be talking so fast and stumbling over my words. My apology. That's because I'm trying to hurry up on the video for my phone die. So they still here having that conversation or whatever. And I know too that I be saying member instead of saying remember. I can talk right when I want to, but hey, it is what it is. I ain't got to talk right on here. I know y'all ain't saying nothing, but it's me. When I be hearing myself back, I be like, girl, what the hell is you saying? Like, what? Is that a word? I be roasting my own self, so excuse me, y'all. So we go back here. We already discussed this and what happened and whatever. So when he was leaving, his dad said, Martin, he said, I love you, son. And he turned around and looked back, feeling just hurt. Then he went outside the door. I don't know. I was like, Lord, please don't let Martin go get into no trouble. Dang, man. Because we all know that Martin don't mind getting into some trouble. We don't know what trouble he got into, but we see he got a bad attitude, child. So they brought June back. June talking noise per usual. Let me see, did I make some notes on this? Because June was cracking me up. June said that under the bridge, not that this part wasn't cracking me up, but she was saying under bridge is her home. She didn't want to be at that hotel or whatever. Oh, Bill told Smitty to remind his husband that they on the same team. So I didn't take no notes about June, but she came in. Y'all know how June is. June was tripping me out, child. She was like, she don't want to do this. June be giving them the business, honey. Look how Naomi looking at her like she her mama or something. Girl, that woman don't want to stay at no hotel. She want to be under the bridge. She just don't want people messing with her and her stuff. That it is what it is. So they still having a conversation, Eva breaking down, and then Tomaz grabbed her hand like he was holding her hand tight. Like, I will never let you go, looking at her. So look how he looking, and Eva just like, she just broke down. She just said, and baby, Kat came in and see them holding hands and see them looking at each other like that. Girl. Woo-wee. I knew she was going to come catch them. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I said, child, Tomaz don't care. He just like, child, I don't know. And then he told Kat before that he thinks she was being too hard on Eva. Oh yeah, at her birthday party. Remember when Eva ran off? He ran off after her. You know what I'm saying? And then he was the one, talking to her, whatever, at Kat party, him and Ted or whatever. So I'm like, Tomaz don't even care. He gonna talk to Eva regardless of what Kat say. And look how she looking. Yeah, girl. He got a thing for Eva, girl. So we go here. Nicole tell Vanessa, that she see why she was doing what she was doing in her marriage. And then Vanessa was like, girl, no. She was like, cause you and Ted have a great marriage like that. She was like, and then she said, well, used to have a great marriage or whatever. So she was basically telling Nicole, no, you do what you was doing. My relationship ain't the same as what your relationship was. So Nicole told her she appreciate her coming by or whatever, but she want to be alone. She said, when you leave, can you leave the door ajar because I have a grocery delivery coming. I'm like, shit, she ain't got to leave the door ajar because everybody just walk in your house. Andre walked in when Vanessa came. She just walked in. When Eva came after all of that, she just walked in. Everybody just walk in. Like, you don't need your door open. They know to just walk in looking at her. So she leave. And then child crazy Danny that went over there to Ted house. Hotel. She was like, Ted, or should I say Teddy Bear? Y'all know that tickled me. She say Teddy Bear, but she don't say it like how Leslie said. Leslie say Teddy Bear. My Teddy Bear. Baby, so she came in, she giving Ted the business, telling him he shouldn't have did her sister like that, and now she gonna have to deal with him, and this and that, there, and the other. So then we go to Nicole. She finally sat down, and I guess she about to rest until the groceries come. So next thing you know, she hear a knock at the door, and she was like, you can just leave the groceries on the inside of the door and then close the door, please, or whatever. I'm like, girl, like that? Is that how you... Oh, but I forgot y'all all behind the gates. But child, now, because y'all, look what the wind blew in. I said, I know you effing lying. This woman is crazy, y'all. Ain't no way. Y'all know this stuff be soap operas and fake because this woman would have got drugged a long time ago. Like, she would have been and got the brakes beat off of her. Don't nobody play like that. Now, black folks, we're not finna play with you like that. Baby, find you somebody else to play with. Find you something to do for what you doing now. Get you put under the ground. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing. Don't play with the Duprees or whatever. And Nicole jumped up. What are you doing here? And she was like, please come down. She was like, I need to tell you something. This is something you need to know. And I'm like, Nicole, don't entertain this brawl. Drag her up out your house. I'm like, whoop that trick. Drag that up out your house. Because, baby, ain't no way. Then that was the end. It went off with that. But y'all know, since I got the little streaming stuff, I done started cheating. Well, I don't be trying to. It cheated. But at this time, once it came on, I didn't try to turn it off. I went ahead and I watched it. Y'all, do y'all know that this ninja is about to tell them that Eva is the one that ran Laura off the road? I said, I know you effing lying. I know they better not believe that crap. Child. Damn, she is, man, I don't believe Eva, her daughter. I believe she stole that girl. She stole that girl for the purpose of coming in to mess up Ted and Nicole's life. I don't believe that's her daughter because, well, I can't say because who would do that to their child, but yeah, I know firsthand that your mamas can do some crazy stuff to you. So I can't say who would do that to their child, but child, this is crazy. This is beyond crazy. All this psychedelic stuff she did, she finna now blame it on Eva. That's why I said Eva should have played dumb. Like, she didn't know what was going on. Like, what? I would have played like she didn't tell me part of the plan. I just came in here working, doing my job. I had no inkling thinking that Ted was gonna be my daddy or nothing like that. Baby, Eva should, when I tell you she should have played dumb, but I commend her for, standing up and owning up to her part and what she did. But baby, her mama finna reverse that stuff on her. Like, why would she tell these people that Eva was the one that ran Laura off the road? Child, please let this girl have an alibi. And hopefully she don't know how to ride motorcycles like her mama, cause baby, child, Tell me what y'all think. Leave y'all comments down below. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, what are you waiting for? It's fun over here, y'all. We ain't got to be perfect. We ain't got to be professional. We just got to be us and have some fun, okay? Come on in the room. And then don't forget to like the video, share the video, and leave your comments down below. And as we say before we go, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Bye. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye.